Holy shit, folks. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because I'm thinking the Philadelphia Eagles are back. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It was a sloppy game. It was a sloppy game. Do not get me wrong. Was not a pretty game. But did we lose? No. Birds 25, Pats 20. That is Philadelphia Eagles 25, Patriots, New England Patriots 20. Oh, let me say this about that. That was not a pretty game. I mean, I thought it was going to be a great game. You know, you think, first quarter, you think, holy shit, the defense, it's like raining out there. It's like raining cats, dogs, elephants, whatever. I mean, it was raining really hard in the fucking Gillette Stadium. I'm surprised there weren't fucking bullfrogs coming down. Holy shit. It's like, it's raining really hard, ball slippery, but the Philadelphia Eagles didn't care. I mean, did you see that first quarter? I mean, shit. I mean, fucking Mac Jones threw that interception, and we got a pick six off of it, and, that was beautiful by Big Play Slay. No wonder we call him that. I'm thinking, if I wasn't... Look, I was considering getting his jersey before. I'm really considering getting his jersey now. Darius Slay, number 2, is his jersey number. Yeah. That pick six, was fucking beautiful. Was fucking beautiful. It's like, holy shit. We're like, I mean, all in all, beautiful first quarter. And I'm thinking, holy shit. I don't know why the New England Patriots even bothered to step out of the damn locker room. Holy cow. But then the second quarter rolls around, right? Second quarter rolls around. Now the New England Patriots are getting a rhythm. Now they're cooking something up. Now they're clicking, stepping their game up, stepping their chain up, right? And our defensive line, it's holding in there. It's this, it's that. And then, the Patriots start scoring, and I'm like, yeah, I think during the half, fucking Sirianni needs to talk to his boys, find out what's what, and change the strategy a little bit, which we did. And, halftime rolls around, and we got the third quarter. Third quarter, we start getting a momentum of our own, getting a rhythm of our own. And it's like, it goes, I mean, we maintain the lead throughout the whole game, but sometimes it's a really tight game, like less than a possession, right? Patriots are fucking catching up. It's like the fourth quarter is, oh my God, the fourth quarter. Let me tell you something about the fourth quarter of this ball game. Folks, I was visibly shaking at the end of the fourth quarter. I was like this. I couldn't even hold out my hand straight. I was like, I mean, no disrespect to, those with Parkinson's, those whose friends, family, what have you, are suffering from Parkinson's, but it was like I had Parkinson's, because I was shaking all over the damn place. My hands were shaking, and I couldn't, really, it got to the point where I couldn't fucking think straight. It's like, holy cow. And the last play, like right down to the last play of the game, when that fucking Philadelphia Eagles defender pushed that Patriot out of bounds as he was trying to catch the ball, oh, those Patriot fans were going wild because they thought, hey, he caught it, he saved the game. We still got a shot this game. And the referees are even calling it, yeah, that's a catch, he caught it. But then they're like, wait, no, hold on. We saw something. We got to take this upstairs to New York for review by Steratore and his guys. So, Gene Steratore and his guys. And they're reviewing the play. And I'm noticing that, if they have half a brain in their heads, they'll withdraw. They will overturn that call. Because I noticed that the receiver got 1 foot down, but his other foot was out of bounds, just barely barely out of bounds. It was touching, it was on the line. And according to the official rules of the National Football League, according to the official rules, if your foot touches the sideline, you're out. It's out of bounds. So, like, that last play of the game was overturned, and that led to a turnover on downs, and it was our turn, and we just ran the clock out. 25-20, just run the clock, just burn the clock, and the game's over, and the Eagles win the game. Which is great that we won, but I've got a couple of, there were some good things that I saw, and there were, of course, some concerns that need to be addressed. But this was a win, so let's focus on the good, all right? I want to give a special shout-out to our world-renowned kicker, Jake Elliott. His performance is... I frankly think his performance is a clap. The only problem is I can't exactly clap right now because I got my phone in one hand. So I guess I'll slap myself in the arm. I guess that's a slap. And my phone was going all over the place, and I'm sorry. But look, you know what? Just let me pound the steering wheel. There we go. That's a steering wheel, whatever. I mean, it would be a clap, but I can't exactly clap right now. But I saw a very interesting parallel that was like it was like, how do I put this? The double doink. You guys remember the double doink? Eagles versus Bears playoffs a couple years back. The fucking, Cody Parkey was the kicker for the Bears. He kicks the ball, it's up, it hits the upright and hits the crossbar and goes out. Well, although this was only a single doink, like, it hit the upright and it went in. Jake Elliott kicked it. It hit the upright and it went in. Now, he could have aimed it a little more to the right so that it didn't hit the upright and it just went in. Because it kind of scared me when it doinked. But in the end, he made it. It was good. And we got 3 points off of it. So, all in all, just Jake Elliott's just, let me say this about Jake Elliott. He's the kicker, right? How many people do you know that have that are a fan of a team, any team? I don't care if you're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, the New England Patriots, the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears, the Seattle Seahawks, whatever, that have the kicker's jersey. People aren't usually after the kicker's jersey. It's not usually the kicker's jersey people want. No, people always want to get the quarterback or that linebacker they really, really like, or, the star running back or the star, defensive back, whatever. People want to get jerseys for fucking Jalen Hurts. They want to get jerseys for, Darius Slay or Dallas Goedert or Nigel Bradham, right? Folks, the kicker is, I personally believe that the kicker as a position is an underrated position. It's underappreciated because, folks, the kicker can mean the kicker. Hold on. I got half a monster here. I'm a little dry. Hold on. Folks, sometimes the game depends on the kicker, especially if it winds up being a game of field goals. Whether or not the kicker makes a field goal or an extra point can sometimes be the difference between victory and defeat. So, honestly, I think the kicker is as a position, and I'm not even talking about just specifically Jake Elliott. I'm talking about the position itself on a football team, any team. On any team, the position of the kicker is I think, underappreciated, because when you see what Jake Elliott can do, what he did during the game on Sunday, that I actually got to watch. I was able to catch the game and this and that. I got something else I want to discuss, but we'll get to that later in the video. But look, on any team, I think, especially if you see what kickers like Jake Elliott are capable of, I sincerely believe that the kicker position on a team is underappreciated, which is why I shout out Jake Elliott a lot, because I think he needs a little more love coming his way. I don't think he gets I know the people, Eagles fans, they respect Jake Elliott, they like Jake Elliott, this and that. But I honestly don't think he gets the props he deserves. I don't think you guys are giving the devil his. I don't think people are giving the devil his due here. So, I'm going to sit over here and give the devil his due and say that Jake Elliott, his position is underappreciated. And if you got the fucking financial means, if you're able, get this man's jersey. Honestly, Jake Elliott needs love. The kicker needs love too, because sometimes his leg can single-handedly save the game. Wait, hold on. I was gonna say, sometimes the kicker can single-handedly save the game, but make or break the game. But the kicker doesn't use his hands, so would that be, that's very interesting. The expression is single-handedly, but if you're a kicker, you don't use your hands, you use your foot. So wouldn't that be single-footedly? A bit of a stoner thought there. Single-handedly? Single-footedly, because he's the kicker? Things that make you go, like, just a little stoner thought. Just a shower thought for your ass. But look, Jake Elliott was a monster in today's game. And now I want to discuss Jalen Hurts. And I want to discuss his line of thought throughout the game. So look, the first quarter saw when the offense, of course, was able to get on the field, because first quarter was mostly it was mostly the defense, but the defense kept us in it, and I think the offense could have done a little more. I think the defense was kind of carrying us a little bit. But look, when the offense was on the field, especially during that first half when it was raining, of course he's going to run the foot. We saw a lot of run plays, and of course he's going to run the football. Common sense, right? Logic dictates that when it rains, shit gets wet. And if you're playing football, the fucking pigskin gets wet. And a wet football is a slippery football. Catching a wet football is not easy. It's like trying to catch a fish, right? So, of course, he's going to run the ball a lot. And, of course, he's going to keep the ball a lot. Because, he figures, what? Go for the sure thing. It's wet out there. The ball's slippery. I'm just going to hand it to one of my guys. And he's going to hold on to it and he's going to run. Or, you know what? I've got the ball anyway. And I see a hole. So I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to keep the ball and, run, because I know at least I can hold on to it. I'm holding on to it already. So, yeah, that's, I think, solid thinking. The only problem is the run defense of the New England Patriots. Well, I can't speak for how good it actually is, but it looked pretty decent. The run game for the run game. Well, yeah, the Patriots' run game did look pretty good, especially since they acquired Zeke Elliott from the fucking Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, Their run game looked pretty good, sure, but I was actually trying to talk about their defense, and a little offense lingo slipped out. But I was trying to talk about their defense, and their run defense is pretty good. Yeah, they sacked Jalen Hurts a couple times, but we sacked Mac Jones a couple of times. And, the one thing I really have to bitch about is the fact that we fumbled the ball. We fumbled the ball, and New England recovered it, and it could have ended real badly. Now, I know what you're thinking. Plague. We were able to salvage it, and we got that shit back, and we were able to this and that. Yeah, that's what you're saying is true. You're absolutely right. But, look, I personally believe that we need to, I know it's only the first game. I know what you're thinking. Plague, we're one game into a 17-game schedule. I understand that. This is a new season. But I did see some things that I did see that we have a few bugs to iron out, like preventing turnovers and fumbles, and maybe we need to work on the run game a little more. Just tighten it up a little more. I mean, it's pretty good, but I think we need to tighten it up a little more. Also, and even the news outlets that I fucking glance at admitted to this. Bleeding Green Nation and Bleeding Green Nation was admitting to this too. Hey, we got DeAndre Swift, and we didn't use him enough. We got Dallas Goedert, and we didn't use him enough. And I agree. I think we could have thrown the ball a little more. There were a couple of open receivers that Jalen, didn't notice because, he was trying to, he was a man on the mission. I mean, he had his mind on the mission and the mission on his mind, so that's great. But there were a couple of open receivers that Jalen missed. There were a couple of opportunities that we missed. But, folks, look. In the Philadelphia Eagles' defense, first of all, this was a win. Birds 25, Pats 20. First, we won the game. That's one. Yes, Jalen Hurts had a rough day. But did he lose? He did not. And do I want another sip of my Monster? I do. And folks, public service announcement. Be careful who you say I do to. When you say I do, be careful who you say it to, because you might wind up married. Just a thought. But look. I mean, nothing against marriage, of course. I mean, I don't know. I don't need to bring my personal shit into this. But look. What I'm trying to say is, look, in our defense, first, we won the game. Secondly, it's week one. Everyone's going to be a little bit rusty. Everyone's going to be a bit rusty. All right? Because, look, yeah, we got training camp in the preseason, but look, it's still week one, and everyone's still going to be a little rusty. Philadelphia Eagles, we were, it wasn't a pretty game on Sunday, but we're a little rusty because we've been sitting in the, for lack of a better term, we've been sitting in the shed for like half a year, right? It's like you got an old snowblower, right? It's like you've got this old snowblower, and it works, and it does the job, but folks, in the spring and the summer and for most of the fall, it's not going to snow. So that snowblower sits in the garage for, I don't know, about 7 or 8 months out of the year, right? And when it snows, you whip it out and you blow your drive, you blow your, walk, whatever. But the first time you take that sumbitch out, it might not work as well because, folks, it's been sitting in fucking storage for most of the year. And it's like that with football, you know. Football season is 18 weeks. It's an 18-week season, but you're only on a 17-game schedule, of course, because you got your bye week, right? But look, this is week 1. We just took the snowblower. It's the first, you know, kind of hard snow of the year. You know, the driveway is, you know, you can't really get out of the driveway unless you do something about it, and you don't want to shovel because you're too lazy to shovel. So what do? Fire up the snowblower. Folks, we just fired up our snowblower for the first time. And while the snowblower ran good, and while the snowblower cleared the drive, it had a hard time doing it. It's just like that, you know. While we won the game, although we won the game, and we got that shit done, we had a hard time doing it because it's been a while since we played and everybody's rusty. So, and I know what you're thinking. Plague, you're saying shit that everybody knows. It's common knowledge. You know, this isn't your best work. What the fuck are you doing? But folks, I'm trying to segue into look. Don't be naysaying the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, because we're literally one game into a 17-game schedule. One. We won that game. We're 1-0 on the season. Starting off the season undefeated is a good way to start the season. And I want to say this because, you know, my man Ka Pizzle, my boy Ka Pizzle, props to him. Much love to Ka Pizzle. His Giants lost to the goddamn Cowboys 40-0. And I left a cheeky, you know, trolling ass comment, you know, this wouldn't happen if you root for a real team. Eagle emoji, football emoji, right? And I get these replies saying that, well, you wouldn't have won if the Patriots quarterback was an absolute trash, and you this and you that, and you barely managed to beat a shitty team, and this and that. Look, I want to address my typers down in the comment section of either this video or Ka Pizzle's video. Look, don't be naysaying on the Philadelphia Eagles just because we had a tough time, you know, just because look, just because you got the snowblower out for the first time and it had a hard time clearing the driveway, you know, it still managed to clear the driveway, but it had a hard time doing it. It doesn't mean you need to buy a new fucking snowblower. All right, so don't be sitting here calling the Philadelphia Eagles trash, because first and foremost, they're not trash. Philadelphia Eagles are the best in the world. Secondly, it's one game. Everybody's rusty, even your team. Sunday was a rough game, but if we can win a rough game like that, just imagine what's going to happen when we officially get our groove back and when we start having good days. We're going to do to other teams what the Cowboys did to the Giants. You wait. You know, you wait. All right? So, because I'm going to say this again. If Jalen Hurts does not retire with a gold jacket, if Jalen Hurts doesn't have to catch a plane to Canton, Ohio, and not Dayton, Ohio, I mentioned Dayton last year. I spoke wrongly. The NFL Hall of Fame is not in Dayton, Ohio. It's in Canton, Ohio. If Jalen Hurts, I'm sorry about that. My bad, my mistake, and my apologies. But if Jalen Hurts doesn't have to catch a plane to Canton to collect his gold jacket when he goes to retire, somebody in Canton is getting a smack. All right? I'm dead fucking serious. Somebody in Canton, I'm going to fly to Canton. I'm going to smack somebody upside the back of the noggin like, what are you doing? Hey! You know? Hey, what are you doing? Put Jalen Hurts in the Hall of Fame, you schmuck. All right? So, look, I'm going to kill this video. But before I do, let me say this about that. You naysayers, all y'all, you watch and you pay attention, because surprise, surprise, motherfucker, we just put the entire league on notice. The entire world is on notice because the Philadelphia Eagles are back. All right? And to these people who are saying you're going to win the first few games and then you're going to lose 8 in a row, 10 in a row, you're calling it right now, you ain't calling shit. You ain't calling shit. Because that's not happening. No way. There's no way that we're going to lose 10 games in a row. Folks, I root for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Philadelphia Eagles, we don't lose 10 games in a row. We don't lose. We don't go on 10-game losing streaks. We go on 5, 8-game, 10-game winning streaks, you son of a bitch. You're getting it way twisted. And what are you going to do when bird flu runs wild on you? You watch out, all you 31 other teams, because I guarantee we will rock you.